and magical welcome. My name is Eva Maria. I'm a creator of Merkaba Study Online Grimoire and Witch Community, which I'm gonna talk about at the end of this video. Today we're gonna talk about the pagan holiday of Lammas or Lughnasadh. These are basically two different holidays, although they are celebrated similarly and in a similar period of time, which is the beginning of August. Lammas is the Old English name of Loavmas, which is a Christian holiday that is a celebration of bread, grain and harvest. Lughnasadh is the assembly of Lu, Celtic god of many things, many skills, but also agriculture and harvest. The time when we celebrate both holidays, it's between 31st of July and let's say 1st or 2nd of August in the Northern Hemisphere. In the Southern Hemisphere, this holiday is celebrated around 31st of January to the 2nd of February. As a pagan holiday, Lammas is a cross-quarter between the summer solstice and autumn equinox. In modern pagan traditions, Lammas or Lughnasadh is a celebration of first harvest. It is the first of 3 harvests that we have in the pagan wheel of the year. It is a celebration of abundance, fertility of the earth, grain, making bread, prosperity, as well as crafts and different sorts of commerce. I'm gonna talk a little bit about history and tradition. Most common traditions are taken from the Celtic holiday of Lughnasadh. Lughnasadh is the assembly of god Lu, the god of crafts and the god of war, sun. He was celebrated widely around Europe. His assembly was a funeral holiday in memory of his foster mother, Tailtu. I don't know if I pronounced it right. His mother was said to clear Ireland for agriculture and she died doing so. So that's why Lu decided to celebrate this holiday in her memory. Traditionally, during Lughnasadh, people held assemblies. They were assemblies held by kings where they made new laws, do commerce, like athletic games and feasts. It was a time that people could share their skills and crafts and compete with each other. Also, traditionally, this is a time where the crops getting ready to be harvested. So that's why we have the first harvest celebration. In old times, people collected the crops, made bread and flour, also took in consideration the upcoming winter that they needed to survive. So it was a time of canning foods, of making jams and making beer and wine and all sorts of preservatives for the winter. Also, it was widely common for people to go on pilgrimages to the sacred waters, sacred wells, hilltops, and also gathering wild berries. This is the time when most of the berries are abundant in nature, and it's also good to bring this nature, beautiful sweets into our lives. There was also this one interesting Celtic tradition of trial marriages. People were performing these trial marriages on Lughnasadh and they lasted for 1 year and a day. If a trial marriage was successful, then it made permanent. If not, it was broken without consequences. So this indicates that this Lughnasadh and Lammas time, Lammastide as they say in some cultures, it's good for love magic, for relationships, for trial marriages or hand fasting, whatever brings this beautiful love energy into your life. Just wait for this wind to go. Now let's talk about the modern pagan traditions for celebrating the first harvest. First and most important one in the circles is baking bread. You might want to get some local flour, maybe even you grow crops yourself to make it the traditional way, but if not, a simple act of making bread is very common practice for that holiday. You can, for example, ask all of the members, if you practice within a coven or within your family, You can ask all members to participate, and each one adds a sprinkle of like salt or an egg or flour or water, whatever you use to create your bread. And with doing this act, everyone asks for their wishes. Afterwards, when the bread is ready, everyone shares it with each other, and this way it's like bringing this intention and this wish into the being. A second common tradition to do this time is having a fire, a barbecue, outdoor picnic or a feast, whatever brings you together with your family, whatever brings you this feeling of abundance. The good idea is for everyone to bring their own favorite food and drinks. Very common ones are the like fruit, like grapes, apples, whatever grows in abundance in this time of the year. Also maybe having salads or bread that you bake before, bringing berries from the forest, making some nice muffins with berries, whatever brings this celebration alive together with the people that you love. Another thing that you might consider if you're practicing on your own is to have a nice hike to the woods, to the mountains, to the water, wherever you feel like this is your nature sacred space. When you go on a hike, look around you, like see what's growing, see what is like abundant during this time of the year, see what you can be grateful for. Thank the nature for everything that she brings to our lives. When I was younger, I used to grow up in the woods. We used to go to pick mushrooms. During that time, pick blueberries, although they're a bit earlier than 1st of August. It is also nice to see if there's like brambles, blackberries, maybe raspberries growing. It all depends on your local flora. When you gather with your friends and family, you can do outdoor activities and games because, as I mentioned before, Lughnasadh was traditionally practiced as an assembly that people used to hold athletic games. So you can, for example, have a balloon fight, a water fight, water slide, swimming, anything that is a bit competitive like a volleyball, basketball, whatever you like to do with your friends. You can also bring this into celebration and just get moving a little bit, maybe dance with them, maybe enjoy your time in the sunny nature. During this time of the year, we have a beautiful celestial event coming. It's called Perseids. It is a meteor shower that is visible in a Perseids constellation. It starts around 24th of July and lasts for about 1 month, with the culmination on 12th of August. It is a great time this year because we're gonna be celebrating Lughnasadh within the new moon season, so it's gonna be quite dark. For the best views, I recommend you going out in a remote place, out of the city, in nature, bringing some warm clothes because it might get chilly. It is possible for us to see over 100 meteors an hour. Great chance to say many wishes, isn't it? When it comes to crafts during Lughnasadh, you can do corn dollies. These are a specific little dolls that you make with either straw or corn husks, and first you just need to soak them and then bend into the shapes of dollies that you want to make. You can use the twine, the thread to make the shapes, or just use the straws to bind them together. There is a common tradition that you can weave them, plait them like a hair, and make beautiful ornaments with them. Another thing to include is the colors of this Sabbat. These colors are mostly in the yellow tones, like gold, a bit of orange, a bit of like reddish in it. Also common green, maybe blue, but it depends on how you feel about this holiday. Another decoration idea or a craft idea is to make a grain wreath that you can decorate your home, your door, your altar with. Also flowers are quite common to put on the altar, like something like sunflower or calendulas, marigolds. Some yellow and orange flowers are great to put on your altar. As I mentioned before, canning the foods and making the food that will last for the winter season is also a nice idea to try. During this period of the year, as a family, we used to can loads of cucumbers, like pickled cucumbers, pickled beetroot, pickled paprika. My mom is amazing in making jams, so she usually used to pick up berries such as blueberries and strawberries and other seasonal berries and make jams with them. Everything that can be kept for the winter months to bring this like summery vibes into your dinner, breakfast, foods. It's nice to do this time. I guess this would be my all ideas for the celebrating of Lughnasadh. You can ask yourself like what is something that is like very symbolical and traditional for you. Remember, the Sabbat and the pagan holidays are based around the nature, and the best thing to see what's going on is just going outside and observing it. What is in abundance, what is like growing at this time of the year, what is the things that are in fruition within your own life. That's another good question to ask yourself. As this is a first harvest, we also should be very grateful for all the blessings throughout this year. So it's a great thing to do a gratitude list and maybe giving offerings to the earth, to the gods, goddesses, deities, to the universe, to whatever you believe in. Just offer it some nice prayers and thoughts. And for an ending note, I have a very special announcement for you. Not so long ago, maybe 10 days, I opened a witch community. This is a place for everyone to come, enjoy, and practice magic together. It's an online membership site where you can meet with other practitioners, ask questions, send personal messages. Also, I post there loads of information and printables, so you can enjoy that as well. And I would love to invite you for a special discounted price of $11.99 US. This is going to last for maybe a week. I really want to give you this special code so you can enroll for an affordable price for you. And I hope to see you inside. There's also over 100 pages for you to download at the moment, probably 20 or more coming every month. So it's a good opportunity for you to learn in a safe and inclusive community. Without further ado, I want to thank you for watching this video. I want to thank you for all the beautiful messages that you leave me, and I hope to continue giving you all this information for you to grow and embrace your own witchcraft practice. I wish you a blissful rest of the day, rest of the week, Lammas holiday, and see you in the next video.